All right, so we're diving deep today.
Diving deep.
Yeah, into Cameron Diaz's return to acting.
Oh, yeah.
It's been like a decade.
Oh, no. Like, where has she been?
It's so wild, right?
Everyone's talking about it, and we're going to try to unpack all of it.
Yeah.
Like, right? So huge.
Yeah, she was massive.
Right.
Totally.
And what made her come back, and what's the deal with this whole no more rom-coms thing?
Yeah, like what is...
We have an article and a podcast transcript.
Oh, cool.
Both about her comeback. So,
awesome.
yeah, this should be good.
Yeah, it really feels like
Yeah.
like one of those Hollywood mysteries.
It really does.
You know?
Yeah, it's like she just disappeared, and now she's back.
Poof.
Poof.
And in this new Netflix movie,
Right.
back in action, I'm excited about it.
Me too. It's like
action comedy.
I love action comedy.
Jamie Foxx.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how great is that?
They're so good together.
I'd remember Any Given Sunday.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
And Annie.
So good.
So good.
I think this is going to be great.
I think so, too.
I read this quote in the podcast transcript where she says, if I was going to come back and do a movie,
Okay.
the only person I'd come back and do it with would be this guy. Talking about Jamie Foxx.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So it really seems like she prioritizes those relationships. you know? It wasn't just like any project.
It was Jamie.
It was Jamie.
Yeah, and it feels like she's like saying, I'm only coming back for stuff that like really gets me excited.
Totally. Yeah.
And she's calling the shots now, right?
Yeah.
Like this other quote from both the article and the podcast that says, I reserve the right to say no to doing a movie ever again, and I reserve the right to say yes.
That's awesome.
That's so Cameron Diaz.
Right.
It's awesome. Yeah, she's not playing by the typical, like, Hollywood rules anymore.
She's doing it her way.
Yeah.
It's on her terms.
But let's, like, back up a little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Like, this is Cameron Diaz
Yeah.
we're talking about.
Yeah.
Huge star.
The Mask, My Best Friend's Wedding, The Holiday.
Oh, I love The Holiday.
I know, it's so good.
That's my, like, go-to comfort movie.
I love that.
It's so good.
Yeah, so like why would she walk away from all that?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like 2014 was kind of a turning point for her.
Okay.
Both the article and podcast talk about her decision to focus on family.
Yeah.
She and Benji Madden welcomed their first daughter that year.
That's right.
And they've since had another child.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, a little boy named Cardinal.
Oh, how sweet. So it wasn't just like a break from acting. It was like
a
a bigger life change.
A whole life shift.
Totally. And she didn't just like disappear.
No.
Completely.
She's got that entrepreneurial spirit.
Oh, yeah.
The podcast mentioned that she co-founded Avaline,
Yes.
the clean wine brand.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I've heard it's good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think what's interesting here is that she's part of this bigger trend of women in Hollywood. Okay.
Who are like kind of redefining what success looks like. You know, they're not just actresses. They're entrepreneurs.
Right.
Mothers.
Yeah.
They're doing it all.
It's like they're saying, we can have a life outside of Hollywood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that we define success on our own terms.
Yeah. It's pretty inspiring.
It is. It is.
Very much so.
But I have to say,
Yeah.
like a part of me misses seeing her
Yes.
in those like
I know.
rom-coms.
Totally. Like
The Holiday.
Holiday.
Ugh.
Well,
like, come on.
it's so good.
So good.
I know.
Are those days over?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, in the podcast, she's talking about doing mom-coms now.
Mom-coms.
Like instead of...
Oh, wait. That's hilarious.
I know, right?
That is hilarious.
But I do think it kind of shows that she's embracing this new phase of her life.
Right.
You know? Like her humor, her priorities, everything's shifting a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like her humor's evolved with motherhood.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
So she steps away to be with family,
Okay.
starts a business, and now she's back.
She's back.
But here's where things get interesting.
Okay. Tell me.
The article talks about the plot of Back in Action.
Okay.
And it's about former CIA spies who get pulled back in after their identities are exposed.
So not a rom-com.
No, not a rom-com.
Interesting.
It's so different.
Yeah, I think that genre shift
Yeah.
really says something.
Right.
It's like she's trying to show a different side of herself.
Yeah.
Break free from those expectations.
Right.
Explore different kinds of roles.
Yeah, and it makes you think about like the role of streaming platforms.
Oh, yeah.
Like Netflix on all of this.
Yeah.
Like they're giving actors more
Yeah.
creative control.
Way more.
Yeah.
And like different kinds of roles
Well, yeah,
that they might not be able to get.
In the traditional
Yeah.
like studio system. It's a whole new world.
So she's back.
She's back.
It's a different genre.
Yeah.
She's working with Jamie Foxx.
Your buddy?
And it's Netflix.
Wow.
This is not your typical comeback.
This is major.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes you think about the implications for other actresses.
Totally.
Like, is this a sign of things to come?
Yeah. Is this like
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz, like changing Hollywood?
Is she a trailblazer?
Yes.
Wow. That's a great question.
It is.
And I think it deserves a deeper look.
We need to go deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we see her walk away, build this successful business,
Right.
and then she comes back on her own terms.
Totally.
But is this like a one-off?
Right.
Or are we seeing a bigger shift?
Yeah. Are more actresses going to feel empowered to do the same thing?
Right. Like choose projects that align with their values.
Exactly. And demand more, control.
Autonomy.
Yeah.
Autonomy.
Yeah. And how are these streaming platforms like Netflix changing the game?
Huge question.
Right.
I mean, they're known for
Yeah.
offering more creative freedom
Yeah.
and telling different kinds of stories.
Right.
Maybe Diaz saw this as a chance to be a part of something new.
Totally.
Something that wouldn't have been possible in the old Hollywood system.
So it's this carefully planned comeback, a new genre, a team up with Jamie Foxx.
Love it.
And Netflix.
A recipe for something.
It's a whole new
really interesting
ball game.
Yeah.
But the big question remains,
Right.
Is this a one-time thing?
Okay.
Or is this the start of like a whole new chapter
right.
in Cameron Diaz's career?
Oof. I wish I knew.
I know.
I mean, unfortunately, neither of the sources
give
us a definite answer.
Right.
But Diaz seems to be keeping her options open.
She does.
She's prioritizing what feels right for her and her family.
Yeah, she's doing her own thing.
Totally.
So we're left with this like mystery, total mystery.
Will Back in Action like reignite her passion for acting?
Yeah.
And lead to like more
movies?
More
roles that are different.
Interesting.
Compelling. Or will she just be like, okay, I did this and like go back to her life?
Back to family.
Outside of Hollywood and wine.
Right. And be content with everything she's already accomplished.
Yeah. I mean, I think either way.
Yeah.
It really speaks to her ability to define success on her own terms.
Totally.
Like whether she keeps acting or focuses on her family and Aveline. Yeah. She's showing us what it means to be in control.
Right. It's like inspiring.
Yeah. It's very inspiring.
And you know what? Like one of the big takeaways for me from all of this is like prioritizing what matters.
Oh, yeah.
She walked away from like this huge career.
I know.
To be with her family.
Yeah.
And to like grow as a person.
Right.
Like not a lot of people
would do that.
No, they wouldn't.
No, and she didn't just like disappear.
Right.
She reinvented herself.
She did.
She started a business. Like that's amazing.
Yeah, and it shows that success isn't linear.
Right.
Totally. It's about embracing change.
Yeah.
Taking risks.
Yeah.
And finding what makes you happy.
Yeah, and like the power of saying no.
Oh, yeah.
Like she chose to walk away from projects that didn't align with her values or priorities.
Totally.
And it's so easy to just like
say yes to everything.
Say yes to everything.
Right.
Especially in Hollywood.
Especially in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And she reminds us that it's okay to set boundaries.
For sure.
And like prioritize our well-being.
Absolutely.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's such a good point.
Yeah, and then when she decided to come back to acting, it was on her terms.
Completely.
It was a project that excited her and people that she trusted.
Right.
Like Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
It wasn't about like the fame or the money.
No.
It was about something more.
It was about creating something.
Yeah, like creative expression.
Yes.
And personal fulfillment.
That's such a good lesson for everyone.
It is.
No matter what you do.
I know.
I know. That's what matters.
Yeah. So we've got prioritizing what matters. Embracing change.
Yeah.
The power of no.
Right.
And pursuing creative fulfillment.
Awesome.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
But there's one more thing.
Okay, what is it?
That really stands out to me.
Okay.
Authenticity.
Oh, yeah.
Like through all of this, Cameron Diaz has just been herself.
Yeah, totally.
She didn't try to fit into any mold or follow any trends.
No.
She just made choices that reflected who she is.
And who she's becoming.
Exactly.
Hey.
And that's what makes her so relatable and inspiring.
Totally.
Like it's like she's saying, you don't have to pretend to be anyone. You're not.
To achieve success or happiness.
Be yourself.
Yeah, just be yourself and the right things will come to you.
Exactly.
I love that.
I love that too.
So we've talked a lot about Cameron Diaz's comeback, the motivations, the implications, the lessons we can learn.
Yes.
But there's one final thought
Okay, hit me.
that I want to leave you with.
Okay.
Diaz's story really shows us that something's changing in Hollywood.
Interesting.
Women are taking charge of their careers and defining success.
On their own terms.
On their own terms.
Yeah, I think that's a really important observation.
Yeah.
And it raises the question, is this lasting change?
Oh.
Or just a temporary blip?
Right.
Will we see more women follow in her footsteps?
It's a good question.
I don't know the answer.
I don't know either.
But I think time will tell.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
But one thing's for sure
is that
Cameron Diaz has made her mark on Hollywood.
Absolutely.
Her journey reminds us that success isn't just about fame or fortune.
Right.
It's about living a life that's true to yourself.
Yes.
Embracing change.
Yeah.
Never being afraid to rewrite your own story.
Rewrite your story.
Yes.
I love that.
That's good.
I think that's something we can all take with us.
It is.
You know, so for you listening, I want to ask, how can you apply these insights?
Oh.
Where are you holding yourself back from making a bold choice?
Okay.
From prioritizing what truly matters?
Yeah.
Or from just saying no to something that doesn't serve you?
That's good.
Think about it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's been a wild ride exploring the world of Cameron Diaz.
I know.
She's like a chameleon.
She is.
Rom-com queen.
Yeah.
Wine entrepreneur. Action star.
Who knows what's next?
I don't know.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. Yeah.
We'll be watching.
For sure.
With a glass of Avaline in hand.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Makes you think like maybe this comeback isn't about like being a big star again.
Right.
It's more about just like the art of it all.
The creative tool.
Yeah. Like she missed making movies.
Right. And
telling stories.
And she's doing it with Jamie.
Exactly.
Who she's friends with.
It just feels so
it feels right.
Genuine.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like ego driven.
No, not at all.
No, it feels like
it's like a passion project almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's get into Back in Action a little bit more.
Okay.
The article describes it as like an action comedy.
Right.
Which is so different.
It's a big departure.
For Cameron Diaz.
Yes, totally.
Like we're used to seeing her in like romantic comedies.
Right. All those sweet, you know.
This is like a whole.
Yeah, it's like a whole.
Different side of her.
Yeah.
We haven't seen this before.
And it makes you wonder if streaming is kind of changing things.
Oh, for sure.
Like these platforms like Netflix are giving actors the chance to do like all these different kinds of roles.
So much more freedom.
That they might not have been able to do before.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's like they're pushing boundaries and telling stories that you wouldn't normally see.
So we have this comeback.
Yes.
A new genre.
Yep.
Jamie Foxx, Netflix.
Check, this is
not your average.
Yeah, it's not like a typical Hollywood comeback.
No.
This is different.
It really is, and it makes you think, like, what does this mean?
Yeah, what does it mean?
For Cameron Diaz.
For her.
And for other actresses. Like, is this a one-time thing?
Yeah.
Or is this the start of...
like a whole new
chapter.
Era for her.
Yeah, will we see her in more roles like this?
Right, that are unexpected.
Yeah.
And different...
that push boundaries. I don't know.
I wish I knew.
Me too.
But you know what's inspiring is that no matter what happens, Cameron Diaz has shown us that success isn't about fitting into a mold.
Right.
It's about defining it for yourself.
On your own terms.
Yes.
And that's something we can all learn from.
Absolutely.
I'm leaving this deep dive feeling pretty empowered.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder that it's okay to step away from anything that isn't working for you.
It's not serving you anymore.
Right? Whether it's a job.
A relationship.
Yeah.
A way of thinking.
A mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes you just gotta
hit
reset.
Let it go.
And prioritize what makes you happy.
Yes. And it's never too late.
It's never too late.
To start over.
To rewrite your story.
Exactly.
And speaking of rewriting stories.
Oh, yeah, it's a good segue. Let's talk about Avalon.
Yes, her wine.
Her clean wine brand.
It's so good.
I know, I've heard good things.
Yeah, it's really...
it's not just like a side hustle for her. It's
like a reflection of...
fashion.
Yeah, her values.
Yeah.
Like healthy living balance.
Yeah.
It's all connected.
It's like she's saying, I'm not just an actress.
Right.
I'm a businesswoman. I'm an entrepreneur.
And I'm going to use my platform to make a difference.
And that's huge.
It is.
Especially for women who are often told they have to choose.
Right.
Like career or family.
Or their passion.
Yeah.
It's like you can only have one.
Right.
But she's proving them wrong.
Yeah, she's like, no.
You can have it all.
You can have it all.
Maybe not all at once.
Right.
But you can have a great career.
Yeah.
A loving family.
Yeah.
And pursue your passions.
Even if it means taking a different path.
Exactly.
Yeah, and maybe stepping away for a bit.
Sometimes you need to step back.
Yeah, to gain perspective.
To figure out what you really want.
It's about finding that balance.
Yes.
And defining success.
On your own terms.
On your own terms, yes.
I love that.
And authenticity plays a big role in that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like throughout her career.
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz has been true to herself.
But she's never tried to be someone she's not.
She hasn't tried to fit in.
Right.
She's just done her own thing.
Yeah, and that's so important.
It is.
Like no matter what you're doing.
Yeah. Stay
true to who you are.
Be authentic.
Be authentic.
That's the key.
It is.
So as we're wrapping up this deep dive, we're left with a lot to think about.
A lot to ponder.
Cameron Diaz's comeback.
Yes.
It's not just a Hollywood story.
It's a life story.
It's a story about empowerment.
Yeah.
Authenticity. And the courage to rewrite your narrative.
Rewrite your story.
It's a story for all of us.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah, and I think it challenges us to look at our own lives and ask ourselves, what are we prioritizing?
Okay.
Are we living according to our values?
Yeah. Are we being brave enough
to
chase our dreams?
To go after
even if it means taking a different path?
Doing things differently.
Yeah.
That's what she did.
These are big questions.
They are.
But they're important.
They are.
And maybe, just maybe, Cameron Diaz's story will inspire us.
To make some changes.
To be a little bit braver.
To be our best selves.
Yeah. I know. I'm feeling inspired.
Me too.
Wow. It's been quite a journey with Cameron Diaz.
It really has.
Like we've seen her do it all.
Yeah. Rom-coms.
Right.
Wine, movie.
What can't she do?
I know, but it's not just about like the different things she's done.
No.
It's about like the why.
Yeah, like why did she make these choices?
Yeah, it feels like she's showing everyone that like women in Hollywood or anywhere really don't have to fit into any box.
No, you don't have to be just one thing.
Exactly. You can evolve, you can change, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, and it's not just about work either.
Right. It's about like
your whole life.
Yeah, like family and
your passions.
Yeah, like finding that balance.
Finding what makes you happy.
Yeah, and Diaz's story is like a good reminder.
Yeah.
That it's okay to like prioritize those things.
And absolutely.
Like family and your own happiness.
Yeah, you don't have to follow the traditional path.
And it's so cool to see someone like her.
Yeah.
Who like had it all.
She really did.
Walk away.
And then come back even stronger.
Yeah, and like on her own terms.
On her own terms, totally.
Makes you wonder if this is like a sign of the times.
What do you mean?
Like, are we going to see more women in Hollywood?
Oh.
Like taking control.
Yeah, taking charge.
Yeah, and demanding
more creative control.
Yeah, and like choosing projects that they actually care about.
Yeah, and that align with their values. Yeah, that would be amazing.
It would be a whole new Hollywood.
Right, like imagine a world where everyone feels empowered to
do their own thing.
Yeah, to create their own definition of success.
And to be themselves.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
I think whether or not that happens, Cameron Diaz has definitely started something.
She's a trailblazer.
Yeah, she's shown everyone that it's possible to achieve success and stay true to yourself.
And you know what I keep coming back to?
What's that?
Authenticity.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's at the heart of everything she does.
It really is.
Like making choices that feel right for you.
Yeah.
Embracing who you are.
Even as you change and grow.
Yeah. And like not being afraid to show the world.
Yeah, just be yourself.
Your true self.
And that's a message that goes way beyond Hollywood.
Totally.
It's for everyone.
It's for everyone no matter what you do or where you are in life.
Exactly. Like Cameron Diaz's story reminds us that being authentic is the key to happiness.
I love that.
Me too.
Well, I think that about wraps up our deep dive.
Wow, what a deep dive it was.
It was a deep dive.
Yeah, we went deep.
We went deep into the world of Cameron Diaz.
We sure did.
From rom-coms to wine.
To action hero.
And it's been amazing to see her take control of her narrative.
And rewrite her story.
And inspire us all to do the same.
That's the takeaway.
Yeah. Who knows what's next for her?
I can't wait to see.
But whatever it is, we'll be watching.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, this was fun.
It was. And until next time.
Stay authentic.
Yes, stay true to yourselves.
Yeah.